Have you heard that the new Minecraft Nether update is out? Yeah, it's true. While it's not the official update, the official first snapshot is out, and boy is there a lot to cover, so stick around for the rest of the video. Okay guys, so we are starting off here in our very own Nether showcase here. So the first thing is I made this nice little platform here that is showcasing everything new, or at least 90% of the new things in the new update. So let's get started with everything on this platform. First off is we have these new doors here. This is made of the new woods, which I'm going to get to later, and in fact I actually think that I'm going to show them to you now. So we have two different types of woods which come from two different types of biomes. We have the crimson stem, which comes from the crimson biome, and we have the warped stem, which comes from the warped biome. One is kind of a tealish, the other is more of a maroon, and I really like how both woods look, and this is for the warped, this is for the crimson. These are all the crimson wood plank products, so after you make this log into wood planks, these are all the things that you can make with those. Wood planks, stairs, fences, slabs, and fence gates. And on the other side, likewise, we have the warped stem products, which includes the exact same stairs, planks, fences, slabs, and fence gates. So that's the log for that. Two very nice additions to the game. These woods are going to make it a lot easier to survive in the Nether. And also, another quick fun fact about them. These woods do not burn. If we set all of these on fire, you will notice that absolutely nothing will happen to them. They are all going to stay there, and eventually the fire that's on them is going to burn out. So if you are afraid that your house is going to burn down, don't worry. If fire touches it, it'll just go out just like that. So this is a really cool addition to the game as far as building goes. So the next biggest thing is the armor. And this is very interesting. So basically you get this armor from netherite ingots. This is about to be very complicated, so listen closely. To get this armor, you combine netherite ingots and anything diamond. Once you combine that, you get a netherite something. It's whatever diamond thing you combine it with, whether it be a tool, a weapon, or armor. You just combine this. Like, say I want this netherite helmet, or this netherite helmet. What you're gonna do, you're gonna put a diamond helmet in a crafting table with a netherite ingot, and it is going to upgrade it to a netherite armor piece. So how is this different? Well, first off, diamond armor only has 2 armor toughness. Netherite has 3. The armor is the exact same. It gives you the same protection with no enchantments, but also has knockback resistance, which means that if, say, a Skeletron hits you with his bow, that you will not be knocked back as far, or a creeper, or anything. So obviously these netherite ingots are pretty valuable. So how do you make them? Well, it involves these netherite scraps and this gold, and you place them in a crafting table with this exact pattern. It is like the strangest pattern I have ever seen in the game, but this is how you get 1 netherite ingot. So to get netherite ingots, we already know how we get gold. So how do we get these netherite scraps? Well, allow me to show you to the other side of our nice display here. And we have this new block called Ancient Debris. This is found in the I believe in soul sand valleys, which I will show you later in the video. And basically what you do, you simply mine these up, you put them into these furnaces with a piece of coal, and it gives you netherite scrap. Then you put that into a crafting grid with these gold, gives you 1 ingot, you combine it with anything diamond, and it makes it netherite. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. I tried to make it as easy to understand as possible, but let's move on to the next block. Oh yeah, and also you can enchant these normally. They have the exact same enchants, and it all works the same way enchant wise. So now let's move on to the next block. Here we have the shroom light, which is the new type of lighting in the game. It is found on the stems or the trees of the crimson and the warped biomes, and yeah, it's just a cool new light source. As you can see, this warped nylium is also from the warped biome. This is what's on the ground. The warped warp block is what is kind of like the leaves for the trees slash big mushrooms that grow there. I will show you that in a second. We also have these new trapdoors here. I really like the blue design, whereas the crimson design was much more of a recolor of the acacia trapdoor. So yeah, I really do like the warp trapdoor though. So now we move on to the warped fungi and the crimson fungi. The warped fungi grows on the warped nylium. Okay, I'll remember that one day. And the other one grows on crimson nylium. Actually, both of these mushrooms can grow on any of these 3 blocks, which is soul soil, the warped nylium, oh man, these names, and the crimson nylium. So these mushrooms can grow on either one of those, and if you feed them bone meal, they will grow into a big mushroom, which I'll get to later. They also have new buttons and trapdoors, which are, and pressure plates, which are the same old wood pattern, but they have these unique teal and crimson colors. We already went over the crimson nylium. It grows on the floors of crimson biomes. These basalt blocks are kind of interesting, actually, because I believe that for builders, this will be a good alternative to cobblestone with how it looks. It's a bit smoother on the edges, has the same cobblestone feel on the top, so I think that this will be an interesting building block. Over here, we have soul soil, which is supposed to be a bit more enriched than soul sand. So when you put fire on it, it actually turns blue. Guys, we have been wanting blue fire in the game for so long. I am so glad that they added this. I think it adds a whole lot. It'll make builds better, but also it's just that, who doesn't love the color blue? Am I right, guys? Also, these soul soil blocks do act the exact same as netherrack, so once you put fire on it, it will burn forever. As for the ancient ruins, we already went over this, and then this block of netherite is simply made when placing these netherite ingots and filling up a crafting table. I might as well go over here and show you guys. When you fill up a crafting table like this, that will give you a netherite block. So yeah, that's how you make the netherite block. Now, what I love most about this update is these blue lights. So basically, the soul, I believe they're called soul fire torches or something, but anyway, what you do is you take the soul soil, which you find in the soul sand valleys, a stick, and either coal or charcoal, and it gives you one of these really cool torches. And for those of you who are in Arctic biomes, this actually will be a really good choice because it does not melt slow. It's snow. Its light levels are not quite high enough to melt snow, but it's high enough to, you know, light up the place and keep mobs from spawning. The exact same goes for this lantern, and it's the same crafting recipe as a regular lantern. Just place a torch in the middle of 8 different iron ingots, and boom, you have your lantern. Now, if we go down here, we have our new mob, the Hoglin. So, with the Hoglins, they are 100% passive. They are not neutral. If you hit them, they'll do absolutely nothing to you. They drop rotten flesh, and they spawn in the Crimson biome. I really like the model for this. I think that Microsoft just did a really, really good job with these. And we needed another animal because, you know, I was feeling kind of lonely in the Nether with just, you know, pigmen. After that, we do have these plants over here. These are simply just different sprouts. This is basically the equivalent of tall grass. I don't believe that there's another use for them. Just think of these as like the tall grass of the Nether. Now here we have the weeping vines. You can't climb up them. They're simply just decoration. And this is what a mushroom, like one of those mushrooms I showed you over there, looks like. When you feed it bone meal, this is what the tree will look like. It'll grow with these weeping vines on it, and it's just kind of a, you know, really cool decoration. That's basically all here. One thing I do want to mention is if you're wondering how much more damage a, say, netherite sword does than a diamond sword, I'm going to destroy a Ravager right here, waiting for the recharge to go all the way. If he doesn't fall into the lava first, which he will, or maybe I will. Basically, it takes you 15 shots, or 15 swings of the sword to kill one Ravager. With no enchantments, it takes you 13 hits to kill a Ravager with a netherite sword. So, I mean, really, the netherite sword is a lot better considering that it shouldn't be too hard for you to get netherite. I would highly recommend turning all your diamond stuff into netherite if you are going to make a new world after the official update comes out. Now we're going to go over the biomes. First off, we have Nether Wasteland. This is... It's literally going to be this. This is what it's going to look like. It's just going to be your typical Minecraft biome. Nothing special about it. This is going to be the Nether we're all used to with the zombie pigmen, quartz, glowstone, and whatnot. Here we have a Nether fortress, which also has not changed at all, except maybe the loot might be a bit different that goes with them. And this proves the theory that Nether fortresses are going to be able to spawn in any biome, because this one right here happened to spawn in a warped biome. So let me explain to you what this biome's like. As you can see, there's extremely cool particle effects everywhere. This is the tall grass I was talking to you about. This is a warp block. Those are the light blocks. And let's just take a quick fly around here. Obviously, this needs to have, you know, special mobs and stuff, right? So, just from flying this far, what have you noticed? What mob have you noticed a lot of? That's right, Endermen. Endermen, there are so many Endermen in this biome, and I do think that it will probably be involved in the new tactics for speedrunning the game, just because of how quickly you can get Eyes of Ender if you just go to the Nether and find this biome, because there are Endermen literally everywhere here. Like, this is, if the end isn't their home, this would be their home right here. Okay guys, and here we are at a Crimson biome. So this one also looks really cool. I think that I actually kind of like it a bit better. I know that I said blue's my favorite color, but I just think that this one is much more subtle. I think that stuff looks cooler, and to be honest, like, it's more convenient to walk around. It's a bit more open. You have these hoglins to keep you company, and you still have your average zombie pigmen to keep you company. So I think that this biome is really cool. It's really nice. I really love it. And I think that was a great addition to the game. So now we move on to our next biome, which is the Soul Sand Valley biome. Guys, in this biome, you get a crazy amount of gas just like that. These crazy bone formations and a bunch of skeletons, regular skeletons. This is where you can get your soul soil. This is where blue fire is naturally found, and this is where the pillars of the basalt or something, I'm pretty sure that's what it was called, can be found. As we head down here, you can kind of just see the different pillars here. One thing that I do want to note is that this biome, or that all biomes in general now, are just so much more extreme. The Nether is going to be a much harder place to navigate now. It's going to be a much cooler place to navigate since it's not just endlessly the same thing over and over and over again. But it's going to be a really hard and a dangerous place to navigate. But overall, I think that this update was so good. Like, you know, Microsoft has had good updates since they took over Minecraft, but this is literally the best one in my opinion, even better than Village and Pillage. That all the biomes are just so well done. They really add a lot to the game. I do like how, you know, for instance, a abnormal amount of Endermen spawn in the warped biome, an abnormal amount of piglins spawn in the crimson biome, an abnormal amount of ghast and skeletons spawn in the Soul Sand Valley biome. And, you know, just stuff like that. I think that this added a lot more to the game. There's a lot more to do, explore. This allows, like, you can now officially, like, survive off of the Nether alone. Although there's not technically any food from the Nether yet. I'm sure that that will come in episodes and, in updates to come. And I mean, you know, with the amount of, and especially since piglins are a thing now, you can get a non-hostile source of food, given it is rotten flesh, but it's still something. Also, bone blocks are going to be a lot easier to get. Yeah, basically, the Nether's awesome now. Whether it's the Crimson biome, Soul Sand Valley biome, the Warped biome, or just our classic Nether Wastelands, I do believe that Minecraft has finally made the Nether like a legitimate realm that you might want to spend a lot of days in, assuming that you are well prepared. But anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed making it. I think the new update is really cool. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think that they won't need to add more stuff? Do you just wish that you could go back to 1.8.9? Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next wave.